Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Chibi Review. Sorry.
Chibi what?
Chibi Review.
Chibi No Podcast Reviews.
Yeah.
And this time, this is actually our first ever CD review that we've ever done.
This is the first thing we've done that's not really video game or anime related.
Or movie related.
Or movie, like, well, and then again, yeah, we do like movies like the Marvel movies and such. So this is kind of a little different for us.
Yeah, this is a little different. I mean, we've always wanted to do reviews for other, especially for music. And this one was a highly anticipated album that we wanted to review. And as you can tell from the picture that we have on this video, it's of Blink-182's latest album, California. To talk a little bit before regarding this, as you know, that Blink-182 had this split basically with Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge, Mark Hoppus, and Travis Barker, they weren't seeing eye to eye of where they wanted Blink to go. Now the thing is, I don't want to get too much into it. Basically, Tom DeLonge.
There's two sides to every story, but
Tom DeLonge wanted to go one direction, and
Travis wanted to go
another direction, and they really couldn't agree to terms of how they wanted to do it, and so they decided, hey, it's best for us to split.
Because kind of like Neighborhoods was kind of all over the place too, because a lot of it they didn't even record together. It was a lot of just clips sent back and forth to put around songs with emails and phone calls and stuff like that.
Neighborhood wasn't really a bad album.
It wasn't a bad album. It's just the band wasn't really acting like a band. You know, Mark and Travis want to let's just meet. Let's get a cottage from the self-titled. Let's go and just make an album. Hang out, three buddies for a few months. Let's make an album. You know, and Tom, I get his schedule too. You know, he's like, well, I have my kids and I got to do this, and I got Angels and Airways, and I get his point of view too. I mean, I don't know the drama behind it. We just know what the news tells us and what their interviews tell us.
Yeah.
All we know is there's had some conflicts, and we're kind of where we're at now.
Yep, and then they replaced Tom DeLonge with Matt Skiba.
With Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio. Which I think was one of his smartest moves to do. Agreed.
I mean, Alkaline Trio at this moment in this time, they're almost all but forgotten. Now, I mean, not to say there's still a fan base there, but really
forgotten for maybe the mainstream audience, but for the punk group and stuff that kind of grew with the punk rock, punk pop scene,
I still don't
everybody
think
knows.
that's huge though.
No, but I mean, they have a fan base, and I've noticed a lot of people like Blink know Alkaline. And they usually like Alkaline, you know. And the one thing I really like about Alkaline Trio, especially with Matt Skiba, is, you know, they've been friends. I think since when did they tour? Was it 94 in Warped Tour or 97?
I want to say it's 94.
It was during a tour that they met them.
It was way before they got big. It was like when Cashmere Cat or the one
Cheshire Cat. Yeah.
Cheshire Cat. I always think it's Cashmere.
I don't know why.
Cheshire Cat.
Alice in Wonderland, but no, it's just kind of one of those things where Skiba's been a really close friend. The whole band of Alkaline's been a good friends, so it's not like Alkaline's butthurt about, Matt helping him out or anything, but I just felt that, I was kind of a little worried. I mean, Matt and Mark can sound similar, but I think from what we've heard, it's really done really, it paid off really well.
So let's dive right into this album already. First of all, the first thing I want you to realize is there's a review that I think it was Rolling Stones did, and they said this is kind of like a melancholy, nostalgic album that California is. And I kind of agree with them, but then I also don't, because yes, they have a lot of songs on here that are very Blink-182, very 90s, early 2000s,
very Blink. Cheshire Cat style.
But if you also listen to the lyrics are way, way, way different. Mm-hmm. And if you incorporate what Matt has put in the lyrics.
Yeah, there's a lot of Alkaline in it too. You can tell there's Mark and Matt's writing in there.
It's very even.
Well, we'll get into the track stuff later, but
yeah, but the feel of it was very different. They tried a lot of different things in this album,
very unique.
They like I said, they have their teenage angst,
less electronic, just so everybody will be happy about this. This is actually a guitar, a bass, and a drum.
Less electronic.
It's real music,
and they tried different things. They tried a lot of different things. Just before we go into the track album, the one song that I really liked.
Wait, do you want to get into that right now?
No, just really quick. Was
they did some anthemic things, like anthems.
Kind of they did a chant thing that I've never heard in a Blink album.
I know exactly.
Which is
that one.
It's a No Future.
Home. Oh, okay.
New Future, because everything drops except for the drums, and then they chant. Which
I
thought was really
that
cool.
Chant actually, that song in particular sounds a lot like Real Big Fish's song. I can't remember the name of it. I'll show you later.
And then that's kind of
there's also some hardcore sounding songs.
Los Angeles is heavy. I've never even heard a Blink song like this.
The distortion's very different. Diego,
it kind of reminded me of that. What was it called from Fall Out Boy? It reminds me of that song. It's almost a Gladiator music video.
Oh, Centuries?
Yeah, kind of reminded me of that.
I like this one better. I'm like
No. I'm saying the tone, like how it kind of goes down and then up. It sounds very similar. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, one thing that I thought they did a lot more, like you said, a lot more melancholy, like calm songs too. Like they did with Home is Such a Lonely Place Without You, I think that's what it's called. That one they had just like the acoustic
Left Alone
guitar.
or the acoustic song.
Yeah, and I was like, what the heck?
Home is such a lonely.
Yeah, Home is Such a Lonely Place.
Like I was like, when I heard that, I was like, this. I honestly would have never thought Blink to do something like that. I mean, they did like I Miss You and all that stuff, but like even with I Miss You, it was kind of like lyrically wise also it was kind of like okay, I get what you're saying, but then when I don't know what is it, but Tom always puts some weird lyrics in there that I'm like,
has like such a dark mindset when he writes his stuff, whereas Matt and
Mark.
I
feel theirs are really dark actually.
But I thought Matt was a little bit more
one of the darkest songs in Blink's history is Go. Have you guys really listened to the lyrics of Go? It is ridiculously dark.
I think though, like, but Matt's a little bit more.
Mark, please get in the car, and then she's like, "We have nowhere to go. You got to stay here." And then it's like, "Go, go, go." But he doesn't want to go. Like, it's a really intense song.
But I think Matt's lyrics are a little bit more straightforward than Tom's were.
Yeah.
But let's go into the track list because this is the first thing I got to tell you. Me personally, the definitive album for Blink-182 was Take Your Pants Off and Jacket.
Okay, that was your favorite?
That was my favorite, hands down, because I listened to Enema of the State, and I was like, oh, that's a good album.
Yeah.
But when Take Off Your Pants Off and
like
Jacket came out...
Like a grown-up more version of Enema, maybe?
Well, this is the happen. Like, the first song, the Anthem Part 2 came
Anthem Part 2 is one of my favorites.
And I was like, that blew me away. Then Online Songs, First Date, Roller Coaster, Story of a Lonely Guy. Like, all these songs was just amazing. I literally heard that album over and over again on replay. And so for me, that is the definitive album, Blink-182, and every album after that or before that, I have to compare it to, because this is the one I think, like, this is just Blink. This is just everything that they could do. You know,
I have a hard time. Mine's in between Self-Titled and Take Off Your Fancy Jacket. I love Enema of the States, but I don't know why, but there's just something about Take Off Your Fancy Jacket that's just a little more...
I thought it was better.
Deeper. I don't know how to explain it. That's just me, though. That's just my preference.
Like they were in between ages, like growing up and still teenage angst.
And then the Self-Titled just kind of completed that, right?
Like, here they are as adults, but you still get
some of the nostalgia.
Self-Titled is a really, really close
love that one.
But there's just something about Take Off Your Pants Off that I just can't. It has to be number one for me.
Trying to compare between the two is amazing. And I think California was right up there.
Yeah.
I think California was really good. Let's go into the track listing.
So, just one thing I want to say is, so Goldfinger, John Feldman, he's a producer on this, and they also had Patrick Stump. That's his name, right?
Yeah, Patrick Stump from Fall Out Boy.
He also helped out with 2 songs. I know one of them was Sober, and the other one,
which Sober is a really good song.
Was it Teenage Satellites? I can't remember. He helped with Sober in one of the other ones, but you can kind of hear like all these other 2 bands kind of helping out, which is just a great, perfect punk mix.
And then there's what's the name? I think it was Travis Barker's daughter or son.
I think it's his somebody that Travis Barker related to. He did all the piano stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear about that. That's cool.
It said something Barker, so I'm assuming it's
someone related. Okay.
It could be a son or...
Never heard of that.
I don't know how old his kids are. His kids are probably teenagers.
Yeah.
No, they're pretty young.
Like
they're
9, 10 maybe.
Yeah, they came out on stage recently. They're still pretty kiddos.
Okay, so it could be maybe his cousin or his somebody like that.
But anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go through the
Cynical.
Tracks. Yeah, let's not spend too much time because we could dive in.
Well, Cynical's totally about Tom.
Yeah. I'm like
it's so obvious. It's such a great intro to it, you know.
I was like, okay.
The title of itself, you know.
Yeah, the title itself, but I mean, just right when it comes out, like
Diego,
how Mark starts.
Read some of the lyrics because you have them.
You have the lyrics right there, right? I really liked how Matt came out and just screamed that part. We always wondered during that recording, the YouTube video, where he's just like, "I'm not sorry." Like, I love when he just starts screaming that right into when it just the chorus starts hitting him.
What part do you want me to say?
Just read the first verse.
There's a cynical feeling saying I should give up. You said everything you'll ever say. There's a moment of panic when I hear the phone ring. Anxiety's calling in my head. Is it back again? Are you back again?
I love that.
Wow.
I know, right? And then do the sorry part. It's short.
Replay a lot of it. So, don't wake me up before you leave. Is there the slightest trace of what you once believed? I feel your hand unlock the door, leaving fingerprints of water in the oil. What's the point of saying sorry now? Lost my voice while fighting my way out. I'm not sorry now.
Like, wow, there's a lot of passion in those lyrics, and
the song is like, if you hear the tone of it, it's like not really like he's like adventurous, kind of like
it's almost like a happy moment to start anew. right?
Yeah.
But I loved it. I almost felt like the anger of Mark in a way, or Travis, was the expression when Matt comes in saying the sorry verse, because that to me was like him like, well, I'm in now because you left. Like, I really liked it. To me, it felt like the whole band speaking to me. And it was a great intro to be like, this is what happened, this is where we're at, and boom, let's start the album. Right? It was a great intro.
To let everybody know this is what's happening, and we're not going to dwell on it. It's like, here you go. We're not sorry. If you don't like where we are now, whatever. It's
one of my favorite songs of the album. I wish it was longer. It goes under 2 minutes.
I think it's like a minute 30.
Yeah, so it's really short.
And then
I think they kept it short just because, like,
because it's more of an intro.
We want to show you everything else.
And then we get into Bored to Death, the single. What do you guys think of the single?
The single was actually pretty good.
Very Adam song intro, right?
Yeah, I honestly think that it was the right song to kind of introduce Matt. I mean, and
it wasn't very Matt heavy in the vocals.
But the interesting thing, did you guys see him play it live? Matt is actually doing a lot more vocals than I realized because they sound so similar. The chorus is mostly actually Matt, but Mark's still singing the backup. I never knew that.
I think Mark is trying to get everyone slowly
kind of connected to Matt, right?
This is one thing I was telling. This thing I was telling Diego is like, but if you actually listen to it, Mark starts off almost every single song, and sings the first verse and whatnot. So, and then Matt comes in after, and which is interesting because in most albums, like it's either Matt or Mark or Tom that would switch off who's starting.
Because Tom always sang usually what would it be, about 70% of the albums usually.
Yeah.
And this time I felt it was a little bit more. I don't know. I wouldn't say 50-50. Maybe like 60-40 of Mark. A little bit more. Which is fine because he's still the basis of Blink, right?
Yeah. But then on top of that, he's trying to show you. He's trying to let you get comfortable with
Matt. This is like
totally acceptable.
This is Matt. So Bored to Death, I think they did really good. They didn't do anything too crazy. It was still Blink, but they changed their sound just a little bit of how they're doing it. So
reminded me of a self-titled song.
I think the thing is this album was full of emotions in the sense of like. They were kind of angry with Tom, and then they're trying to get over it, and then they finally found their peace. So it's very roller coaster-esque. Yeah.
Pun intended.
Yeah. It's a very much of a roller coaster of an album, which lets you hear everything of how their emotions have gone.
I like the intro has that feeling this thing too, like the music video too, like when they're in the school. That was so feeling this. I love that.
That's what I see as the album. It's really cool about it. That's what I like.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one.
She's Out of Her Mind.
Love this song,
dude. My
Enema of the State style, right?
My favorite part of this song, they just have. I don't know what they do, but they have this one part where they right before the chorus, she's like, she's antisocial. I just love that part.
She's an angel, yeah.
And then the chorus just comes in. What's it called? I'm in deep with this girl, but she's out of her mind.
Whoa!
It's just a good song. Like,
it's very catchy, very pop punky. It reminds me a lot more of the Enema of the States. But I really like Matt's part in there too, because there's a part where he would do a lot of the "oh yeah," which is very Alkaline Trio. And that's the one thing I like about Matt is he never tried to copy Tom. He's still himself, and he's just giving a little bit of himself to the Blink. But he plays the guitar right. But when he sings, he still expresses him that he's Matt and he's his own person.
He's not filling in somebody else's shoes. He put on the.
He's still being him, and that oh yeah, like he does it all the time in Alkaline Trio, and I really, really love that.
Yeah. Next one, Diego.
Los Angeles.
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Probably one of my favorites.
Arguably the best song on this album.
One of the top, right?
I mean, it's just
so heavy.
And I'm like, I honestly, it came out of nowhere. Like, I honestly wasn't expecting this song to be really good. I was like, because they have Los Angeles, they have California, they have San Diego. And I was like, okay,
I know, right?
I thought it was going to be one of those funny songs or whatever, like 2-minute songs, like like Cynical or Built This Pool was going to be. And so, but it was like really good. It has a really dark tone.
There's a lot of people online that really do not like this song. There's a lot of haters, which I don't get it. This is purely good music, man.
It's
different than Blink's ever done. It's not really Blinkish.
There's some purists and people like that, at least in the sense of every genre.
And I hate that with people. It's like, if you want to listen to that, go to the old albums. They're there.
There's the thing. They're not 20 years old. They're not gonna talk about dicks and farts and like all their songs that they have before. Masturbation, or saying the F word like 100 times in a song, or effing your mom, or
your grandma,
or
your grandpa. I mean,
or ejaculating to a sock, or whatever.
That's not them.
That's not them anymore. They're grown up. They're kids. They have kids.
They're like in their 40s now.
Yeah, they're in the 40s, and they're like, we want to show you this teenage angst, but we want to show you that we've grown as musicians, which I love. They didn't take a huge step to one side, to one extreme or the other, where it's with other bands who've done that and saying that they've sold out. They're just saying, we have Matt here. This is not Tom. we're writing different things because we want to show you what we can do with Matt. So you can't compare Blink-182 with Tom with the Blink-182 now with Matt. They're two separate. They're the same band, but they're two separate bands at this moment. I mean, and so, but they had the same foundation, but they're just branched off. Everyone who hates this song, you're dumb. This song is amazing.
I think they just need to literally. When I listen to music, what I do when I don't really like it at first, I want to be like, what don't I like about it? I usually close my eyes and just listen to the music, listen to the lyrics, get deep into it, and then you figure out what's so special about certain songs.
There's a part in the song where it gets so heavy and finally slows down, and then Mark just comes in and does this really kind of softest voice. It's where he does the "Wake me up when the war is over." When he does that was one of the coolest. There's just a lot of transitions in this that reminds me of old Blink, where you kind of the nice intros with the great little melodies on the guitar, and then just a heavy all-out chorus, and then you get down to those slow those bridges where it just gets it's totally Blink. I don't know how to explain it, and this song does that.
The chorus here is very strong. It's very simple. You're just saying Los Angeles, when will you save me, Los Angeles? It's really strong. There's really a lot of emotions in here that I truly do love. That I love how Matt has put into this.
Yeah, this song was amazing.
Yeah, next one, Diego.
Sober.
Oh, this is actually probably my second favorite song on the whole album.
Favorite line is when he says I'm a dandelion, you're a four-leaf clover. I love that line.
And wake me up when I'm sober. Yeah. And a lot of people, if they don't realize, I don't believe when he's saying wake me up when I'm sober. I don't think he's talking about alcohol at all. It's like a what would you call that? It's metaphorical.
Yeah.
It's not being sober. It's like, from me, when I get it, because everybody gets lyrics. Lyrics are interpreted for everybody in the world to take how you need them, not necessarily how they wrote them. To me, when he says you're a dandelion, I'm a four-leaf clover, I'm a dandelion, you're a four-leaf clover. It's like pretty much like he's like this weaker flower to like this four-leaf clover that he's so lucky, and he's so drunk in his own head that he's not seeing how good he has it when he needs to wake up. That's how I interpret it.
Well, let's look at the line before. It says, I know I messed up.
Yes.
And it's probably over, but let me call you when I'm sober.
When I'm sober.
Basically, what did you interpret? I'm interpreting it as there's high emotions here. Yes. Something bad happened. Is like, okay, let's calm down. We're going to talk when everything has settled to the ground, and then we can discuss and see what the bigger picture is, what we can do to fix this.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what the song's talking about. This whole thing is like this. Mistakes were made, but we shouldn't make decisions at this point right now. We need to calm down.
And it had this song had the na na na, right? Na 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 na.
Yeah,
na, which reminded me of
no, it wasn't this one.
Was it not that one?
It doesn't say no.
Is it not that one?
Unless you don't put it on here in the lyrics, that'd be weird.
No, I don't think it's.
No, yeah, I think it is. Because when he says, maybe it's not. No, but anyway, it reminds me of the.
No, it's No Future.
Oh, No Future when they do that. It reminds me of. Well, I guess we'll get to that later. But it reminds me of that offline songs where.
Yeah, next song.
Anyway,
built this pool.
Dave, I don't know.
It's simple.
Diego, you have this one.
This is just the lyrics, and it's only like 30 seconds long. I want to see some naked dudes. That's why I built this pool.
That's it.
And then Matt's like, "That's it."
That's all this.
All the song says. Oh, hey. But that was a fun little thing that they added to that. It reminded me of the old Blink with the jokes.
Yep.
So I kind of wish there was a little bit more, but in a way, I mean, again, Blink's gotten older. It's just a fun little callback, I think, but it wasn't meant to be anything more.
I think it was something that they just joked around with, and they thought it was so funny that they're like, let's just keep it in there.
Let's get a little break of the album there after all the fun stuff.
It was an accident, but they're like, let's keep it. It's just, let's just show people that, we can get serious, we can get melancholy, we can get calm, and then let's just show that we're still adult kids.
So what do we got next, David?
Next one is one of my other favorite songs is No Future.
We got this one a little early before the album from the band. This one's one of my favorite lyrics.
Yeah. I love the whole chant that they do in here. He says, you don't know a thing about it. Hours lost to dawn from dusk. They don't care about you. No future. Let the music seal your fate. You can't run, but life won't wait. Like, it's really good lyrics. Like, it's not something that I expected from Blink. Because a lot of Blink's earlier lyrics, there's
no depth.
It's not that there were no depth. They were just sometimes a bit confusing.
So this is the one that has a na na na. Sorry.
This one has a na na.
That reminds me of the offline songs or from the Taking Off Pants and Jacket.
Yeah.
But
songs. Yep.
It also that's one of the songs I like because we get more of Matt Skiba in a way that's full alkaline, and I like those little moments. And it was that part when he says, "Where did she go? What did you hope to find here?" That is full on Alkaline Trio for that entire verse.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how he implements that in there.
Where did she go and what did she hope to find
there? Yes. Yep. That to me was a great alkaline little like thing in there. It's a perfect blend of just Matt and Mark in their fullest, but at the same time full Blink.
Yep.
But the guitar in there kind of reminded me of some reminiscence of What's My Age Again.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Unless you know who Blink is now.
Next one, one of my other favorite songs, Home is Such a Lonely Place.
The first acoustic song we get, that's not like a bonus track.
Yeah. And the lyrics are very, I love kind of descriptive that they are, with Mark coming in, he says, we're falling faster than we can fly. Forgotten seconds out of Sunset Drive. Again, referring to like California type stuff.
Of course.
And it says, and I hold on tight, but not enough to hold you back. I love that line.
I really like the intro of the guitar. It's really soft and mellow, and then eventually the drums start kicking in that Travis is famous for, and then it kind of gets a little more mid-tempo throughout the rest of it.
You like the drum part too?
Not this one.
Okay, I thought it was.
But this song was really cool. It's a great thing. Like, I got excited when I heard it, and then Matt, when he did his piece, it just sounded like when I heard Alkali do like their acoustic sets. I mean, this is just a really, really good song for a slow song. The only time is I have a problem with the album on this part is a lot of times when I listen to the Blink album, it's usually because I want to be pumped up, and then this song comes out, and sometimes I have to actually skip it. It's not that it's a bad song. It's just sometimes it's kind of a weird place where it kind of I'm set in a certain mood, and then it comes on. It's like no, not ready for that mood. And I have to skip. Well, it's kind of a weird thing, but when I'm calm, I want to hear it. You know,
they've had slower type songs.
Oh yeah, like I Miss You and stuff.
I Miss You. I mean,
I Miss You is a little more poppy. This is like straight raw acoustic.
Stay Together for the Kids was a little bit more softer and a little different, but it was still coming in hard.
Yeah.
But this one.
Or Here's a Letter for You.
Mm-hmm. So this one just straight soft. Again, I really love this song.
Yeah. I wish they do more acoustic personally.
Yep. Next song. This one, I love the drums for this one. Miles, I don't think you're too keen on this one. It's Kings of the Weekend.
This one I'm not, but the good thing about fans that I know that they're going to like, and the thing I respect it for a lot, is it's very Cheshire Cat in a way. It's old school punk. It's really fast, rough, Blink. I mean, it's kind of real Blink. And I know a lot of fans, what I've been reading on the forums, this is their favorite song.
This is one of my favorite songs just because they have the drums. Again, Travis Barker, he could have easily put something. He could put easily something very easy on there, but he can't. He has to put his own flavor on it, and I'm amazed. That's what kept me going. Is that beginning, the first verse where he just plays this drum beat that just is that you're like, it's so technical and it's so. It just seems like it shouldn't be in here, but it's Blink. It's like he's always done that type of stuff. So that's why I really like this song. I
want to ask Diego, you explained it last night really well. What was the reason that you explained why, like, the things you saw about what I explained of why you thought it wasn't a biggest... why I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
It was chaotic in a sense where it sounds
chaotic,
like a bunch of other Blink songs mixed into one.
Mm-hmm.
But like...
Yeah, I feel like it's all over the place.
And if you've known Blink and you've heard like almost all their albums, and you hear this... It's cool because you hear some of the things that they're like, they reuse some of the chords or some of these intricate parts, but then you hear like all these other songs mixing into it. It could be kind of chaotic and something that can't take in, but then I can also see why a lot of people love it.
Love it,
it's
exactly.
Such a mix, and it's such an intense mix, and it mixes well. But then sometimes people just can't handle it.
Yeah, for me, it's a little too all over the place for me to kind of like grasp. I don't dislike the song. I mean, I give it like probably like a 7 out of 10 for me personally. But I know I'm in the minority, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it just seemed a little more chaotic compared to most of the Out songs. But again, it's one of David's favorites, so it's each his own. You know.
This one I think you like more than I do. Teenage Satellites.
Oh, this is probably my second favorite song of the whole album.
So you talk more about this one.
My top, really, I'll just say that here so everybody knows. Teeny Satellites, Sober, in Los Angeles. Those are my top favorites. Next up, probably Left Alone. But anyway, so Teenage Satellites, I like it because it kind of reminds me of that. What's that song in... Oh, geez. It's the song in Neighborhoods, actually. I'm referencing Neighborhoods. It's one of the last songs. It's the one that did it's the one that did they did the reference. It was the MH. It was about that concert they missed. What was it? The MH20. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I can't really reference which one. I know you're talking about, but I don't know the name.
The beat reminds me of that. But again, I get a lot of my favorite. I get full on Mark and stuff. You get a little bit of that alkaline sense from Matt, which is great. But this one's just another one of those fun, fast, upbeat, punk pop, punk rock scenes. It kind of reminds me of the Enema, Take Off Your Pants days, which is my favorite style of Blink. There's people that are more the Dude Ranch in Cheshire. That's totally fine. Then there's the self-titled and maybe some random neighborhood people out there. But for me, that's why I like the Enema and the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket style. And this one, to me, just felt like more of the original classic Blink. And it just kind of had the vibe of Always to me in a way. Just a really upbeat, poppy punk. And that's my favorite type of Blink. Yeah. And this song was full 100% force of that. So I love it. And the lyrics were great.
Next one, Left Alone.
Yeah, that's my third to fourth. It's kind of a weird place in there.
So Left Alone, it doesn't actually. It's not it's not a bad song. It just didn't really catch me.
Did it not grasp you?
This one, no.
It's a chorus that grasps me.
The chorus, I can see that.
That song it's so deep. Like it gives me goosebumps. I don't know. What about you, Diego?
I'm in the same boat.
On it.
Yeah, it's again. I don't know why. Just that one. I listened. Was like, oh, it's good.
Well, as Diego would say, fudge you. I mean, David. Sorry, not Diego. He's probably like, what? I don't say that.
I mean, not too much. Again, it's not a bad song. It's just not one that particularly to me stood out.
Doesn't call to you, right?
Nah.
Okay.
Next one is Rabbit Hole.
This
one was really interesting because
my favorite lyrics of the whole album, actually.
This one was really interesting because in the it's so bass heavy. But it's really high bass heavy. Like it's not the low like boom. Because if you see Mark playing it, he's playing like on the D. I think on the D string, which is a higher note, which he's playing. And so when I first heard that, I was like, is this the bass or is this the guitar? I was like, and it's really simple, and the lyrics are really simple. But they're really good. I think I like.
Can you read the first verse?
That he says, "Dear head, shut up. I can't listen no more. It's late, so shut up. Is one night too much to ask for?"
Yeah, this is a really dark song, but I don't know why I mean, it's kind of one of those ones like Go, where it's like one of the darkest lyrics you ever get from Blink ever. But when you listen to it, you never know it's a dark song. Because it's so just boom, da-da-doom, da-da-doom. It's just really upbeat. This song to me, it's not my favorite song, but it's probably my favorite lyrics of the entire album.
It's probably my favorite Matt
I love the rabbit hole reference and how he's losing his brain. I just love it. Yes, Matt's verse, yeah.
Matt's verse probably, this is probably my favorite verse because he just says, it's really simple. It says, this bed on fire, I can't sleep here no more. Too late and tired, dreaming down on the floor. And it says, I'm a haunted house, I'm superstitious. I'm a cardboard cutout, old and faded.
Such an awesome lyric song.
I really loved it. It was just my favorite Matt verse.
Yeah, this was my favorite lyrical song in all ways.
And again, it's very upbeat. It's very like.
No, I was just gonna say that. I just like how they reference the rabbit hole because it reminds me.
The Alice in Wonderland.
Their old. Remember their old
logo?
Was the bunny.
Their mascot.
Yeah. Well, you guys do realize that the Alice in Wonderland is huge to them. That's where they got the Cheshire Cat and everything. Alice, like they always reference Alice in Wonderland. It's one of their favorite shows and books. It's Blink. That's actually one of their histories. That's why you got the Blink Bunny and everything. Like Blink loves Alice in Wonderland. That's a great. This is fully Blink.
Just odd. Like I was like,
yeah, it's an awesome thing.
Whatever.
Well, they love this. They love their Star Wars and all that. I mean, it's just Blink stuff,
Okay, next one, San Diego.
I love San Diego. Probably
San Diego's good.
Out of all the California names, in my order, it would probably go Los Angeles, San Diego, and then California.
Yeah.
So this one, what do you guys think?
It's actually pretty good. Like
ring some of the lyrics.
I like the verse. I mean, not the verse. The I want to call it the chorus. He just says like, I can't sleep because of what I dream of going back to San Diego. We bought a one-way ticket so we can go see The Cure and listen to our favorite songs in the parking lot and think of every person I ever lost in San Diego. Can't go back to San Diego.
To me, this rings more Mark, even though Matt's singing it.
Yeah.
Because The Cure is huge to Blink. That's their favorite band. Or, well, Tom and Mark, that's their favorite band is The Cure. They're huge into that.
Like it's really interesting. I like it's kind of storytelling. It's a good way of storytelling because it's not
the thing. I think Mark wrote this, and I think Matt's saying it just to be like the third person perspective, like a storyteller in a book.
Oh, I never thought of it like that.
That's what I was thinking. Like that's what a good way to put it. Seems like Matt's telling you how it is, but through
Mark's words.
Outside of
Mark's words.
But
that's a really good. I never thought of it like that. I really liked San Diego a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It's just another one of those fun upbeats. I really like that verse, like how Matt sings it. That's one of my favorite ways he sings in the whole album, actually. In that's a really good point. It's probably my favorite Matt verse.
Next one we have The Only Thing That Matters. This one feels very just punk, just like, and because he just comes in here and he's just like, where the hell did you come from? Out of space or heaven above? Short of breath, my long lost love. I can't believe my eyes. Are you for real? And it's just the chorus part because you're the only thing that matters. And he just comes in just really fast, just.
This is such a good song. It reminds me of I don't know. I guess probably some of the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket days. It's just really just... But kind of reminds me of like the roller coaster kind of sound. It's just that really hard-paced song. It's just from beginning to end, it is just full-on power. I loved this song. What else we got?
Okay. Let's go California, next one. California, again, it's not that it's a bad song.
I have mixed feelings on this song.
They have some good lyrics in here.
Yes.
Like, I have to praise Blink again for the lyrics that they put into this one, because I think it's one of the best lyrics that they put. Like, there's this part here. It says, I'm fine. It says, 2 little kids out on the lawn. Once we had love, now it's gone.
Good things. That's probably Tom and Mark.
Yeah, good things haven't happened yet. I'm empty as a movie set. It's what I've always wanted. And again, this is probably being satirical or trying to convince himself this is what I wanted. Nothing. Like,
this is a good ending to the album, and for lyrically, it kind of reminds me of the ending place where Cynical started, and this is where it left off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then the final one, Bohemian Rhapsody.
There you go. You have a lot of mixed feelings.
This is the upset of the album. The upset.
Because it had one of the best beats.
It had the best intro, the best feeling of it. It felt like it should have been a good 3-minute song, and they give you like a freaking 45 seconds.
It's not really a song.
It was a dick tease.
My favorite. I just love the lyrics. Like, let me read it again. It says, "There's something about you that I can't quite put my finger in." And I was like, okay, you can end it like that. I wish it was longer, but that was just the funniest.
I think they did it just to be like you go through the whole, like I said earlier, this album is very emotional roller coaster. Very of all the things they've been through as Blink and adding Matt and then Tom leaving, and then they're like, you know what? We should end it like this, but let's put this song in there just to show you we're still Blink.
So realistically, with these 2 little fun ones, it's really only 14 tracks.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I think out of those, I'd probably, if I were to ever skip any, I'd probably do about 3 to 4 if I ever wasn't in the mood, which gives me a rock solid 10 that I would listen to nonstop. I think that's a good amount out of a huge album like this.
The whole album multiple times.
I mean, I've listened to probably like 20 times, but
like, even if you're
I'm saying years down the road, you know. Because right now I just want full on Blink. I just want to, I don't even skip tracks right now. But years down the road, I mean, if you think of it that way,
10 songs.
10 songs. That's right there up in the Taking Off Your Pants Jacket, and I'm self-titled. I mean, that's just I don't know. This album's right up there, and they're best of the best to me.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna give you my personal scoring on this. Like I said, I have to compare it to Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. I guess more of the impact that this album had for me. I think, overall, I think it fell short on a few stuff here and there. Not as an album as a whole, but it's just like, if you did this a little bit different, or maybe you took out this part or added more to this song or whatever, it would have been almost as good as for me, personally, as Take Off Your Pants Off and Jacket. Again, I think it fell short a little bit more. I think, lyric-wise, it's the best album. To me.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, every album should hopefully be better than the last, right?
Yeah, lyric-wise, this is the best album I think they've ever put out.
My second to that would probably be a self-titled.
Uh-huh. Second self-titled a good second one. But anyway, overall as an album, I would give it a 9. A solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Chibis.
I give it a 9.
9?
I give it a solid 9. What I liked was really weird to think, like, I've been hearing lots of music throughout this year. Like, we're halfway through the year now. And I felt like I was missing something in genre-wise. And then, we realized earlier last year that they were going to make an album. That was coming out. And then we always had those feelings of, when they would be late recording or releasing the album. But it was more, sad to say, more Tom's fault. But with Matt and everybody, they were just in there recording. They were letting us know, we're almost done. This is going to happen. And then we got it, and I just felt all the nostalgia back. I felt all the...
Like when we were kids again, right?
Yeah, and it was an album that I didn't know I needed. Mm-hmm. And it made me feel really happy, and I'm glad that this album came back. This album came out, and I'm glad that Blink is back. And I'm just saying, it's a great album. Like, you just pick it up. You're going to enjoy it. And it's a solid 9.
It's only $10.
It's $17 if you get vinyl. If you have a 20%
vinyl, get it while you can.
My score would be higher. I just hate the packaging they did on the CD. That drops it down.
That.
I hate that. Hate the sleeve little thing. Dumb thing.
I'm happy it's mine. Mine's signed. So.
Shut up. Anyway,
I just wanted to say I really like this because if for fans that are like Blink, this is raw. You're not going to get all those Angels and Airways sound effects or the weird reverb sounds to the voice, and it's no U2 crap or anything.
Well, it doesn't sound like another band's joining.
It just sounds like Blink. It's just Blink, and there's some mixes of Alkaline. If you like them, you're going to love it even more. I mean, this is just a fantastic album.
Again, like you have to. I mean, they're very reminiscent of old Blink, but they have Matt in there. And that's how you have to look at it. Like, a lot of people, and this, I don't know why it bugs the crap out of me, but a lot of people have, this is one guy in particular on YouTube, he says, like, what if, like, Tom DeLonge wrote Born to Death? What if Tom DeLonge wrote Rabbit Hole? And I'm like, and he makes it sound
he wouldn't have, to me.
Well, the thing is, like, he makes it look like Tom's, like, would put a little bit more, like, flavor and all that stuff. And I'm like, I understand why you probably do this, because, again, there's probably still fans that are butthurt that Tom's not in there.
Yeah.
It's like, but that's just the career-wise. They just want to do separate things, and they decided to split.
I'm not missing Tom at all.
Yeah,
I wanted old Blink, what I grew up with, and Tom wants to screw that up and not make it Blink. Then go do your own crap.
So I mean, if you
respect Tom DeLonge. Angels and Airways is great. To me, it's kind of gone downhill. To me, that's just me, but he can stay the hell out of Blink if he's going to keep doing what he's been doing to it.
Again, if you want Tom DeLonge, you have Angel and Airwaves.
You do.
I think he's coming with a self-titled album or self-titled.
Yeah, he released
something.
that 6-track one. I played it. I didn't like one song.
Yeah, I mean,
I know I'm in the minority. I just didn't like any of the songs.
Yeah, I mean, like if you want that, you have all that options, and then if you want Blink, what Blink is now, you have Mark, Matt, and Travis.
And also, if you liked how Matt sounds, I highly recommend going and listening to some of the top tracks of Alkaline Trio. Yeah, like Mercy Me, or what's my favorite song called again? It's the dog one.
You're asking me, I don't remember.
Radio. Yeah. Good God. Go listen to some of those. Matt has a really good voice. It's very Blink-ish. I mean, that's when Alkaline grew up with Blink. That's where they got respect. So, I mean, if you like Blink, you want more kind of sound, similar stuff, I go say, listen to Alkaline Trio. Hear where Matt kind of came from. I mean, he's a new member. I think, he deserves for the Blink fans to get to know him a little better.
And honestly, I think Matt takes it a little bit more serious when they're playing on live.
Mm-hmm.
I think Blink, they didn't take themselves too seriously, but Mark at least for me, when I've seen them, Mark put on a better show than Tom did, because Tom just kind of like, I don't know what it is, but he's
like always on drugs.
I didn't like it. I was
the drugs screwed up his voice.
I was like, I paid good money to see you play. Like, yeah, I mean, you can not take yourselves too seriously, but at least show me that you enjoyed playing. Like, me personally seeing Tom DeLonge play live, I never personally felt that he enjoyed playing it. That he was just doing it just cause.
You know what I like too is just going out there. Hold on, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Is if you follow them on social media, like. Throughout the years, with social media being so popular, I never felt like Tom was more business with Matt and Travis nowadays. And then when you see like Matt and Tom and Mark's and Travis's Instagram, they're buddies. They're like hanging out together all the time, even before touring. They're so friends. Like, they feel like friends, whereas Tom felt like, they're just business people.
I think it's just the Angels and Airways and stuff, and that separation when we had the first hiatus, and it's just, I don't know.
It's been torn.
But we do know that Tom did say he is talking to Travis a little bit on the phone here and there, that he still talks to them and stuff, but...
And Travis loves doing collaborations. Like, he does a lot of hip-hop ones, he does solo stuff, he gets featured and all this other stuff, so...
Another boxcar racer would be cool. Like, I'm not gonna just say, none of us hate Tom DeLonge here. We respect him in his own sense. It's just, we don't really like what he did to our favorite band that he was a part of, and
again, this is just our opinion. I mean, people might be on the side of Tom saying, well,
and that's fine.
Travis, and that's fine.
We're not really on anyone's side. I want Blink the way it's supposed to be, and right now Matt is doing what Tom hasn't been doing for years.
Yes.
That's my opinion.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yes, if you have to do things different because of career, because you guys want to have different visions, that's fine. That's fine.
Fine. But just, if you're going to call it Blink-182, make it sound like Blink-182.
Yep.
Don't come in and call it Blink-182 and it sounds like Angels and Airways.
Yes.
That's my defense. If you want to do Angels, fine. I'll listen to your Angels album. But don't put it on a damn Blink album.
Yeah.
You want to grow, fine, but you need to be a reminiscence of your old band. You don't just change it to some U2 hard rock. It's just not Blink.
Yep, true that.
So
that's it for our review. Let us know what you think about our review or about Blink's new sound. If you hate it or you love it, whatever. And then look at all our other videos here. Most of them are anime related. But we'll be doing more music ones. One that I will definitely review with everyone is going to be Sum 41's new album, because all the original members
that's probably our next one we're looking into. It sounds just like their old stuff.
I'm excited for that.
Sounds like what's it called, Chuck more.
Yeah, but anyway, again, this is David the Smash Fan.
Mr. Worldwide.
Smiles the Blink fan.
Whatever.
But this episode's a Blink thing.
And this is Chibi no Podcast.
We're out.